Good morning, good afternoon, lovelies. Wherever you're watching me from. The last time we, cut this week's summer dress, a very quick one. We made the pattern. We also cut out the fabrics, and now I'm going to be joining it, putting these pieces together. It's very fast. We don't have much to do. At the back, I'll be putting my invisible zip. I would have loved to put a button, but I'll put my invisible zip at the back there, at the zipper allowance at the center back, the zipper allowance area here, and a taffeta for my lining. You can also do without a lining. This is just a summer dress. You can do without a lining. It's perfectly fine without a lining. But this cotton fabric is very, very light, so I thought to, put a cotton fabric. So on the sewing table now, I'll be joining the shoulders, the upper part of the dress here. So you join your shoulders together like so. I want to be moving my camera here. Right side facing right side. You join your shoulders here by 1/2 inch or whatever seam allowance you're using to, that you want to use to join. You can join by 2/5 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, or you can join by 1/2 inch, whatever suits you, works for you. So I'll go ahead and join the shoulders together like so here. Then I will do the same thing to my lining. See, join my lining at the shoulders together, after which I will give it a good press under my shoulder, joining, spread it. I will press it open at my shoulder, joining. Then we'll come back and I'll show you the next thing to do. Meanwhile, this is the down part. I told you I think it's going to be a little bit too full because this is a little bit more than 3 years for a summer dress. Let's see the outcome of it. Good. Let me go and join it and give it a good press at this shoulder joint and come back and show you. I finished joining the shoulders. I'm done joining the shoulders, and I went ahead to iron it out. As you can see, we joined it, then I went ahead and ironed it out. Both the front and the back, I've ironed it out. Then you come over here. The next thing you're going to do is to place your front to front and your back to back. See that? Make sure you match your shoulders together. This is my shoulder. You pin. You take the other shoulder tip too. This is it here. You pin. So you pin around your neckline. You pin it round. Then we go over to our sewing machine again. We are going over to our sewing machine again. We are going to sew round our neckline. Round. And when I get to this place, to my zipper allowance, I'm going to stop at my 1 inch zipper allowance. I don't even have up to 1 inch. I trimmed it out. I think I have a 1/4 inch. Yeah, my 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'm going to stop Some people do sew it, and when they are fixing the zip, they will slightly, lose the stitches and fix their zip. Whichever way works for you. You can sew and stop at your zipper allowance edge, or you may want to sew it, and when you're ready to fix your zip, you use your seam ripper and open up your lining and then pass your zip through. Whichever way works for you. So I'm going over to my sewing machine now to join my neckline. So when you're done sewing, I'll give it a notch. So I notch it all around. Curvy areas you may want to slightly trim it off. So I'll go over to my ironing table and then iron it out. But before you do that, I wanted to do it one step at a time for you to follow, but there's no point. So now I've done joining my neckline. As you can see, I give it a notch. I'll also join the armhole area. Since it's a sleeveless, I'll join my armhole round. Then I'll go to the ironing table and then iron it out, and yeah, I'll show you what. So guys, I'm done joining. I notch around my neckline, around my armhole. So I'll turn it over, go over to my ironing table, and you take your time, turn it over. Same thing to the other side. So this is it. You can see. Then we'll go over now to the ironing table. I'll iron it out, then I'll come back and show you the next thing we'll do. So lovely, the next thing we'll do now is to join our armholes and our side seams together. That's the next thing to do. You take your lining, lining to lining, fabric to fabric at the armhole area. Open up your seam allowance, open it up, and if you don't want to open it up, there's a way we do it. You put one at this side and the other one at the other side. This is another way you can do it if you don't want to open it up. Make sure that one goes to this side and the other one comes down to the other side, but it's preferable to open it up. So you open it up, this is it, you mark it out and sew straight down. I added 1 inch. This is what I'm going to also I'll be using to join the sides and the armhole. I'll do the same thing to the other side. You join the armhole and the side seams, and the upper part is almost ready. Let's do that right away. Okay guys, dress is ready. It is ready. I've given it a good press. Press it out very well. The next thing I'm going to do now is to go over to my machine. This is how simple it is to make these simple things for the girls. It saves you a whole lot of money too. God, we can make things like this. So I'll set aside. For the down part, I'll quickly go over to the sewing machine now. Use my hemming foot, hem down by 1/2 inch. Then I'll draw my gathers here. I'm not making a pleat. Draw my gathers, gather it to the waist measurement of this dress. That's what we'll be doing. We gather this lower part to that waist measurement. Then I'll come and show you what it looks like. The next thing is to attach it here. We put our zip, and that is it. I'll go ahead now to I'll pick any of the sides, any of the ends. Just pick any of the ends here, and let me start here. So then you sew. You use your hands to control it, just to control it, not too much. Just make sure that the fabric is enough to go in there, and then curve a little bit. And you sew around till the end. It makes it easy because I make a lot of pieces. I use one piece out of what I'm making, you know, to show you. You can see it goes faster. And if you don't have this hemming foot, it's not a problem. There are different ways of doing it. You may want to fold a little, sew, and refold it again and sew on top of the stitches that you've already sewn. There are different ways of hemming. I'll also be doing it in my videos, because when I didn't have this hemming foot, I do it also other way with my free hand. So I will show you. We all started from somewhere, so don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged and think, oh, I don't have my hemming foot now, I don't have to sew. No, don't do that, or it won't come out fine. This is it. So for the ladies, we are done with the gathers. We're done with the gathers. I want to use my hand now. The ruffler did not give me what I wanted or what I want to. So I want to use my hands now to draw these gathers to the waist measurement of the child. This is what I'm doing. I'm showing my face so I will say, oh, she don't want us to see her. You already know me, guys. You already know me. It's your sister, your friend, your daughter. Whatever, your wife. So okay, guys, I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. Let me do it, and I'll show you what it looks like. So lovely. So I've distributed it. You make sure you distribute it evenly. Distribute it evenly. This is the line that we hemmed. I'll just distribute it evenly, which I've done. This is it. It's a very light material. I can imagine this is 3 years plus 3.5 years. This is it. But for a summer dress, it's very, very okay. I'll make a notch at the center to mark my midpoint. So you mark your midpoint, or you use your chalk to get it. Same thing here. Mark your midpoint on your bodice. So flip it over and then you gently pin down. Gently pin it down. What you do is that you pin the center point. In order not to stress yourself, you take this zipper allowance area, you just stretch it out. We don't need the ruffles there or gathers. So I take this part here, pin, so I'll know, okay. So every other thing in between that center point now has to go in. Since it's a gather, you know, every other thing here has to go in between this place. I don't want to start pinning it. At the end of the day, you notice this place is longer. Make the work easier for you. So I'll keep pin it round. When I finish pinning it round, I'll go over to the sewing machine and join it to my upper bodice. And then I'll also join my lining, the down part of my. So this is the down part of the lining. So I'll also join it, hem it, join it. Just we'll also just put a light gathers here. Just a very light one because this is just a yard or a yard and what am I saying? Let's measure it inside. Okay, 19. It's almost 38. It's more than, just a little bit more than. So that's what we are going to do now. I'll go over to the sewing machine, join my bodice to my bodice and my lining to my lining, then I'll come over and show you what it looks like. So ladies, our dress is almost ready. It's almost ready. As you can see, this is it. This is it, our simple summer. This is the back. The only thing remaining is for me to put my zip. You can put a button, whatever you have to put. You can put a button here and put a zip. This is the inside. This is the inside of the dress. So beautiful, light, and very good for the summer. You can decide to embellish it a little bit. You may decide to put a strip here, cut maybe a 2-inch, attach it by the side here, pass through it. She can tie it at the front here, so to say. She can tie it, or you can put something like this, or you can put a little flower, or you can decide to use the same material and make a little bow and attach here. Whichever way you want to, you know, just put a little twist to it, but it's also fine like this. It's just a summer dress. I'll go ahead and put my zip. I've got invisible zip. I'll go over to the sewing machine and you know, put my zip here. Over to my machine now and pull my zip. then I'll show you the final look of our beautiful summer dress. Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is the invisible zipper foot. As you can see, I brought my camera so you can see. I've attached the foot, then this is my zip, one side of it. So I thought to show you foot. You can use your normal this thing. So the zip is not a problem. I once didn't have it. I always say Rome is not built in a day. I once didn't have it. I also made my way through. So we'll start sewing. I hope you can see. I brought the camera so close so you can see it. Is to use my overlock machine to my lining is not able to cover, those parts that the lining is not able to cover. That is weird. And our dress is ready to be worn. Already looking good. Look at that. So my lovelies, mommies, daddies, you can make something simple for the summer for the girls. She don't need to. I know we hardly have time. We are lost with work, making corsets, couture and all that. I know that. Jumpsuits. But in summer, please make out time. Make something like this for the girls. You can see how beautiful it's looking. Girls will be looking all cute and beautiful this summer. So guys, I hope you are able to learn one or two things from this video. Thank you so much for your love, for your support. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, or you're passing by and you stop by, to support me. I really appreciate you. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, share my videos, like my videos, comment, subscribe, and support your sister. I am also a giver and I support others too. When you support me, I'm going to also support others who are also less privileged. There are also people who are more wealthier and more than me, but there are also people who looks up to me. So we are going to be helping each other to grow. Like I always say, let's learn together, let's grow together. I'm making this video. It's not that I know more than you, like I always say. It's just I feel like sharing my tips, and from there you can learn one or two things the same way I learn from others who are also way above me. I can't say I'm perfect. I'm learning every day, guys. I'm not perfect. I like learning. I'm nosy to learn. In case you know anything, any tips, how we can grow, what's new, please don't forget to write me on the comment section. If you're having any difficulties, anything you want me to, clarify you or put some clarity or put you through, don't forget, I will link my email on the description box so that you can be able to reach me. So guys, you guys should stay safe. I love you guys. See you on my next one. Bye bye.